So, how do we determine who is in group and who is out group? How does the brain decide what is us and what is them, and why is it important? There are many layers to answering this question, and most of us understand that humans are social creatures. Some of us even understand that belonging, from an evolutionary standpoint, is a survival related need, right? So when our brains evolved, we were surviving in groups collectively. Belonging to that group was essential for our protection, for our ability to get food, for our safety. So how does a modern brain decide who is us and who is them, and why is it important? I think that the brain uses two axes to decide whether someone is us and someone is them. And there are mechanisms in place that help reinforce that decision. The first kind of us is family. It's primarily genetic. It's primarily a way of propagating your genes in the wild, right? So this is an old mechanism. Infants learn who their caregiver is and decide that is an important us, the person who is taking care of them. Parents learn who their infants are, and their brains create an us. Parents who are in committed relationships with one another, or just adult relationships, period, also call that an us. When your brain has decided that there's an evolutionary, a kinship relationship involved, it releases oxytocin. Now, some of you have heard oxytocin called the love hormone. And maybe when I say, oh, parents and children, committed relationships, there's oxytocin involved, that might be consistent with your idea. But in fact, what oxytocin does is it turns up the reward signal on social cues. For those, you have decided are us, our family, our kinship. So when a new parent is trying to figure out what their baby wants, it's really important to have that crying, those different kinds of cries, those different kinds of smiles enhanced in reward signal. And this helps them learn what one another needs. However, we've also learned by administering oxytocin in adults that this also increases our feeling of othering for people who we haven't decided are in our in-group. So oxytocin alone doesn't bring us together. It actually creates the difference between us and them. It brings us closer to those we've decided are kin, while pushing us away from those we have decided are other.